Okay, I'm gonna share screen in order to explain it what you're supposed to do. Okay, as I mentioned before, here it is. Over here, there, this one, my math. Over here, here is the section where I tell you that I have a list of, if you want to do it online, a little website that you can create your mind map. I think I have it over here. Yeah, this is it, I think. This is the one. Yes, over here. All these sites are free and you can enter, register, and then create your mind maps. Okay, how to create mind maps and what is a mind map. Those are our YouTube videos. Now let's go back to our assignment. Now this is the mind map. In the middle, remember, in the middle you need to write how to write a business plan. Now over here you got all the information that you need. As you see, everything is in here. So in purple color, these are going to be the branches. Now inside the branches, you're gonna take mention different aspects. Remember that you need to accomplish in this session. Okay. For instance, what involves the executive summary? So the competitive advantage, marketing strategy, and summary of your financial project and whatever and so on. So now, if you can make it, if you want to enrich your document, you could go to Google and then try to find out more about executive summary, and then in order to create your mind map. Now over here, you should write how to create a planning. Let me see, what is the title? Okay, how to write a business plan. So over here in the middle, you should write how to create a business plan. And then in that document, tell you about 7 aspects that you need to consider in order to create how a business plan. Okay, I'm so sorry. So sorry, syntax. Okay. So over here you should have 7 branches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 and 3. Now this one has 7. Wonderful. So the first one has to be, for instance, it has to be this one, executive summary. So you have to write over here in capital letter. As you see, this is capital letter. Executive summary, for instance, let's use it over here. Now over here inside this, you have to write different aspects that has to involve the executive summary. Now, if you want to enrich and make it big, this branch, you could go to Google and try to get more information that involves this section. And you could do the same thing with the other 7 aspects that involve what's the name? A business plan, sorry. So the first one is the summary, business overview, product and services, industry overview, marketing strategy, operation plan, and financial plan. Got it, guys? So that's the idea. That's the idea that you need. This is the idea that you have to do in your mind map. Okay. Now over here, if you go to Google, you could type mind map, and then you'll get a lot of different ideas how to create mind map. If you scroll down, you'll see there are a lot of models or patterns how to create mind map. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. Very nice. This one. Okay. Now remember. Now, how am I supposed to evaluate your mind map? Okay. Now this is the rubric, and I don't think I loaded up, but anyway, in the afternoon I'm gonna load it up. So you have the rubric that tells you how am I supposed to evaluate your mind map. Now, the first section I'm going to evaluate is neatness of presentation. Yeah, neatness of presentation. The mind map was well presented and all the information is easy to understand, Mr. Vasquez. Now, if we're gonna do it by hand, try to make something neat and something very.
With that rule, I'm gonna have to do it by web. I gave up.
It's up to you.
3
No
minutes in.
problem. As you wish. As you wish. No problem. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just trying to explain what you're supposed to. So the second one, use of images or symbols. Most categories are enhanced with simple symbols of diagrams and also colors. Colors, another important aspect in a mind map. It says, as include the color to show all connection and or to categorize topics throughout the mind map. If we go back to this one, as you see, this is one title or one segment or one aspect of the whole planning, business planning. Then it has to be the same color. This one is another one, the same color, the same color, the same color, the same color. Okay, capital letter, and then the other one in lowercase. Got it, guys? And also they use a kind of a pictures. Oh my God, why did I click on that? Picture something that make more appealing to your eyes when you see your mind maps. Got it, guys? Let's go back to the this one. Okay. Now the other aspect I'm going to evaluate. The last one, punctuality in delivery, of course, and the last one, the mind map demonstrates a great understanding or graphic by including at the most important element of each topic. Okay, guys. So you have to grab. If you can find something meaningful, something important, then I invite you to go to Google and type, for instance, business overview, what it means, what involves business overview, or what it means, or what involves in product and service, what kind of service, what kind of products, or in the industry overview, how is the industry overview, in what segment of the market, how big is that market? Because remember, when you, chicos, usted tiene que entender que para hacer esto, yo necesito que ustedes primero piensen en una empresa que ustedes quieren hacer. First, you need to think in a business, either you're going to sell it's a good or services. Okay, so that's the first thing you have to think of. And then with that, then you are going to complete this all this information. Because if you don't know in what segment you are going to be involved, then it's difficult to create your mind map, okay, and what aspect you need to put in your mind map. So first you need to create, let's pretend, okay, I want to have a restaurant, I want to have a beauty salon, I want to have a coffee center business, I don't know, or sell houses, things like that. Okay, so first try to think in what you want to be involved. And then with that in mind, then you try to complete these branches of this mind map that I'm asking you to create, guys. Okay, simple business plan. This is another. Over here, I found this one. I found this one in internet, and I put it in order to help you out some ideas. Okay. So anyway, this is creativity. Creativity for you guys. Now, in case you don't have the whole picture of what you're supposed to do, over here I have a couple of videos that I want you to show you, and after that then I'm gonna open the class for questions.
Hello and welcome to Teachings and Education Mind Mapping. Give students the opportunity to visually create and connect large and small ideas. Let's first answer the question of why we should use mind maps. When it comes to mind mapping, information is very well organized and memorable. Information is classified using single words and circles rather than reading large paragraphs of information. When students create their own mind maps, those mind maps are unique to the individual student. Students create the maps just like they would create a work of art. The brain recognizes the content as both visual and verbal, and the maps are created using the brain's natural way of thinking. Mind maps are presenting material in a way that is logical to the student. Now, let's discuss how teachers and students can mind map. The first thing you should do is identify the main topic of study. Maybe the student is in a chemistry classroom, but the main topic of study for the day is the periodic table. The next thing you do is center and circle the map with your main topic of study. So just like this, write the words periodic table and place a circle around it. Then branch off other important ideas from the main idea. So here is the main topic, and you can then draw lines to other important ideas. For example, organization is one. Another subtopic of the periodic table is electron affinity. You can also add atomic radius and metallic properties. Lastly, you want to support the important ideas with the most important information. So for example, the organization of the table can be broken down into groups or families, which are actually columns going up and down, and you can even add a drawing of a family to help you remember. The table is also broken down into periods, which are horizontal rows, so draw them as visuals. Spice up your map by adding even more drawings whenever possible. Now, if you want your students to mind map, you must first model the way for them on how to mind map. Take a few minutes during class time and do a lesson on the whiteboard for your students on how to mind map. Every once in a while, do a mind map of a particular topic during your instruction. Before we finish up, here are just a few tips for you and your students. Mind maps are a form of note-taking. However, they can quickly run out of space, so have students plan accordingly. Also, let your students be creative when mind mapping. It should be fun. Also, whenever questions pop into their heads, allow them to write them down as well. All ideas are welcomed and accepted. Right now, I just want to say thank you for your time and support.
Thank you. Now let's watch the second one, guys.
Tool that will help you generate ideas quickly about any challenge that you're facing or any problem that you need to solve. You all have done some brainstorming before. You know, you sit around the table in a group, you throw ideas on the table, you generate awareness about an issue or about a problem. There's no criticism. Well, mind mapping is essentially the same thing, except you can do it by yourself. Let's take this challenge. Challenge of how to get a job. Well, here's how it works. You draw a circle on a piece of paper. And in the circle, you write your challenge or your problem. Get a job. Now, what you do is you time yourself for about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And in that 3 minutes, you generate as many ideas as you can about your particular situation and how to get a job. Let's time me for this exercise. Go. Okay, let's see. Get a job. Well, first, location. Location brings the idea of mind of family. Cost of living. Notice I'm drawing raise off of the circle. Let's see. Get a job. How about money? How much money do I want to make? So I'm drawing a symbol now for money, not writing it out because I want to speed the time up. Money. Salary negotiation. I need to know about how to do that. Okay. What field? What field do I want to concentrate in? Let me write that down. What else? Network. I've got a network. Who should I network with? Evan just got out a couple of months ago. I have his number. I'm going to give him a call. Education. What kind of education do I need? I mean, is it going to be a trade that I'm going to get? Is there a certification that I need to get? Let's see. Speaking of money, what about the GI Bill? I need to make sure I have that information as well so I know what assets I'm dealing with. Everybody's talking about their resume. I got to write that down. Research. I've got to do research. The internet's full of information. I got to figure out how to tap into that information. That reminds me, job boards. Everybody's talking about job boards. And the interview. I got to write down the interview. Okay. What else can I say about getting a job? How about looking for help on post? Help on post. Where would I go? Education center. And I'm out of time. But that's not where you stop. Now that you've got everything on paper, what you can do is you can take these ideas and organize them. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here about looking for information. I'm going to call that research. That's my first category. I'm going to write down networking, who, Evan, I got to write Evan's name down. I didn't think of networking events, but now that I think about it, I'm going to write that down, networking events. Job boards, that's part of the research. Let me write that down. What's another category that surfaces with two or more items on the mind map? Location. Let me write down location. What goes into that? Oh, cost of living, family needs, I need to consult with the family. What about extended family? Let me write that down too. Another category is education. Let me write down education. GI Bill goes under that. Certification or trade goes under that. Let's see what's left. How about money? Money, yeah, that's important. Under that goes disability, salary, and salary negotiation. Okay, well now you can see that in a couple of minutes, I was able to generate some ideas. Then I was able to go back and look at what I had written down and organize it into categories. Let me give you one more step, and this is a bonus. You can prioritize these things. Now for me, I think as I prioritize these things, I think the first thing I would think about is what I needed to support the family. So I think salary would be number one. I think second would be location. My kids have gotten used to where they've grown up, and that's kind of what I would consider next. Third would be research, because I need to do a lot of research to figure out. And fourth would be what education I would need. What's happened here in a few minutes? I've generated some ideas about an issue that's very important to me, and I've done it by myself. I've taken those ideas and I've organized them into categories, and I've prioritized those categories to a degree to prioritize the work and the way in which I attack them. It's a great tool. It saved me about half the time in preparation. When I write something, when I prepare a briefing, or when I prepare a presentation like this. Now it's your turn. I've done my mind map. I want to see you do yours.
I want to see you do yours, guys, okay? Question. Question time. I can hear you. Do you have any question? Question. Nobody's. So it means that you are clear, crystal clear, right? Okay, excellent. Then I don't have anything else to add to what I just did. So remember, tomorrow we're going to try to finish all the activities. Remember, I load up already some Word document and PDF, and we're going to discuss it, and also the rest of the activity that we couldn't do it last week, okay? And also remember, next week we're gonna have the first evaluation. It's gonna be about question tags, and it's gonna be something like the first one. Remember, there's the first test that you have. I'm gonna write a sentence, and then you have to tell me whether it's correct, it's false, or It's true or it's false. It means that it's correct or it's incorrect. Okay? So the same thing. Based on question tags and what's the other one? And first conditional. Okay? Any question, guys? So remember these activities until Sunday. Until Sunday. Okay, so you have all this time to make something close to what I'm going to evaluate using the rubric. And please take advantage of these first two activities in order to get good grades, guys. Okay, guys? Okay, see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye, take care. Cuídense, cuídense.